so sad. I honestly might actually, just cause like I really like I would fall in love with the poems, and because of that, I might.
Sometimes it's all about the inside, right? Like it's someone that you can talk with, get along well.
I honestly think it's really just cause I love like literature so much that I would fall in love.
I like to believe looks isn't everything. Okay, I was able to look different from the back then me. I mean, okay, I definitely look similar. I would say when I was younger, I looked a lot worse.
No, I would say it's really just the style.
Maybe.
The style has changed a lot.
I mean, I definitely lost weight.
You're wearing
now.
a lot more flattering things now. Everything. Your hair is done nicely. It changes the whole thing. But like, yeah, I'm like so in love with literature. It's like I can do it all day, every day. Love it. Like even when I'm writing and rushing essays, I'm still having like a little bit of enjoyment doing all that research and everything. That's when I know I'm really in love with it. So.
Kish.
So like yeah, I don't know, just
I really limited food here.
I think the best ever kind of presents I could get if someone writes me a good like
Do you want more ice cream? I'll put in the freezer.
freezer, please.
Okay.
If someone writes me something well written, and I can like gasp and and like fall in love with the writing, 100%. Man. If I meet someone, like it doesn't matter how they look, whatever, but if they can write me something that's just so like mind blowing, 100%. 100%. Oh, my durian. I don't think I'll fall in love with someone more savage than me. I would rather someone who can keep up with me.
Check. This is my second bag of ice, but I guess we don't need it. But I hold on,
You prepared it just in case.
Yeah. In case if it wasn't enough ice, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but anyway, so just heads up, guys. Please can write well. Like, oh my. But at the same time, like, I really love like the romantic era writings, like William Wordsworth, Percy B. Shelley, what's his name, Lord Byron. Oh my god, so pretty. Love them.
Yeah, the second bag of ice, but it's okay. It's done.
Oh,
Jesslyn! Thank you very much for the
I
raid!
remember before this you're gonna raid.
I was gonna raid you, Jess. Then they're like, Zumi, you've only been streaming this long. And then Jen was like, I'm gonna order ice cream.
If someone DMs me bad poems,
Hi, Jesslyn.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you. I'm just here chilling with Jen. I made chicken rice. Then we made durian whiskey.
Happy National Day!
Happy National Day, everyone. We be chilling.
Hi, Justin.
Now we're eating quiche. It's like, today's a lot of food.
A lot. Crazy a lot. No, but like, yeah, guys, poetry. If you guys have never like read poetry or whatever, I definitely encourage you to go read at least one. I feel like one can change your life, kind of thing. So I used to hate poems. And then I never really hated them. I just didn't like studying them because I always felt they were really obscure and abstract. Until I realized that it's not about what you understand from poems, just what you feel from the poems. So yeah. If I had to pick a Singaporean poet, I would definitely pick Edwin Tambu. He is so good, guys. Edwin Tambu.
I don't know any of this stuff.
Oh, can you name any poet or any literary character? Shakespeare. Wait, you did study literature in high school?
I did, but it's just like it's not something I'm like maybe if you read me the phrase, I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard of that.
A rose by any other name would still smell as sweet.
Like, to me, it's just literature was not my thing. That's for sure.
I feel bad not answering poetry. Don't feel bad. I mean, poetry is just meant to kind of like make you feel. No, I mean, it's just there, right? You don't have to like be able to understand it to
Dr.
appreciate
Seuss.
it.
I can relate to a lot of Dr.
Honestly,
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is good.
It is good.
It is good. It's not
good.
bad. I think, but yeah, I mean, I definitely have writers that I don't like 100%.
There was this person that was just like had really pretty background, and then was like quoting, and it was like everyone was like felt so inspired by it. They're like, oh my god, and at the end it's like Dr. Seuss. And I was like, oh. Why can I relate to this so much?
I feel like after I attended this class in uni that was introducing poetry to the students, and it was such a well done class, and I just fell in love with poetry all over again. It's like, oh my god, it was so nice. It's like, I love it. Yeah. It was poetry. I feel like poetry is just very intimidating for a lot of people. But I feel like, you don't have to be intimidated. It's not going to be graded on whether you understand it or not. I mean, don't feel stupid if you don't understand it, like, basically.
I think it depends on your teacher.
Everyone
interpreted it differently.
Yeah, I mean, but then usually a lot of the lecturers, they'll read like a lot of those like essays written by other people about the poems or whatever, and that can help to reframe the understanding of. Yeah, have I done philosophy? No, I might do it this semester, depending on my acting school, but we'll see.
I think what happened for me, the reason why I ended up hating literature, so my English teacher, right, was she was obviously very intelligent because she was also a professor at Harvard.
Oh wow.
Then afterwards she wanted to be more of a mother, so I wanted a more chill job, so she decided to be a high school teacher at my school, right? But obviously she's very well read, right?
Yeah.
So then, during class normally they'll be like, okay, what do you think? Or like blah blah blah, stand up, say a piece, whatever, right? Or like she'll go through people's essay and then like we'll say certain things about it in class. And then I remember she was so against how I saw it, and she's like, that's wrong. And I'm like, I don't think you meant to say that's wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, I also can't challenge her because I'm like, she's fucking smart.
Honestly,
so ever since then, I'm just like, I just have no feels for it, or like have like no urge to want to know more, because I think she mentally scarred me because she just keeps like, to me it just says you're wrong for everything, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, there are definitely wrong interpretations of works and all that.
No, but it wasn't even poetry related stuff. She was saying, okay, so it's like based on that, and then we're discussing about things called Purple Hibiscus. It's about a book and everything, and then we'll go further into it. And then it links into racism, blah blah blah, all this. So then she asked, can you eradicate racism? Can it forever disappear? And then I said yes. But then mine went to the extreme of going, because I just wanted to challenge it. I went to the extreme of saying stuff like, eventually we're all going to be mixed babies. Everyone's going to mix everything. Maybe not now, maybe not in 100 years, but eventually we're all just going to be one big mess. And I'm like, that's when it can disappear, and that's when we'll see the bigger picture. And then she just said, you're wrong. And I'm like, what the heck, bitch? You don't know the future, I don't know the future. I can say this if I want to, but I was just like, shit, she's a professor at Harvard, I'm just gonna shut up.
I've definitely been said I'm wrong in literature class.
I'm just like, okay. I'm like, you can't ask these such open-ended questions and say I'm wrong.
Wait, was she referring it in relation to the book?
No, we just went to a very general discussion. Like, that's what happened in English class, right? You start going on a tangent, and then you just go tantrum.